The Dallas Cowboys shake off an embarrassing loss on Sunday Night Football last week to the San Francisco 49ers. Do you know that they lost 42-10 and they were getting roasted left and right? And, Dak Prescott had the 3 bad interceptions on 3 consecutive drives. And now they go to LA to play the Los Angeles Chargers, who had a 2-game win streak coming off their bye. And we think, are they maybe getting back on track? And both teams again are kind of sloppy, and this was a defensive slugfest. Final score is 20-17, with the Cowboys winning on a field goal in the last few frames of the game to walk out of LA at 4-2. Both teams had issues in the red zone. They both ended up 2 for 4, and a lot of that I think was more impactful when the Chargers came up short. When the Chargers came up short, it just took so much energy and effort to get even into the red zone, and to show up with nothing or maybe even 3 points just felt like a disappointment. In the second half, there's a key sequence when you had 1st and goal and this miscue after miscue, had a chance to get a 4th down conversion, but decided to go for it all rather than, I think, just run your large quarterback. Because remember, Justin Herbert is 6'5", pretty large man, and yes, I understand the offensive line hasn't been getting a lot of push, but it is a few inches, maybe a foot. I think Justin Herbert could sneak that through. They don't need the tush push, brotherly shove, but probably at least getting into a situation where you have that large frame. QB sneaks are still effective without that. Justin Herbert still didn't look like his usual self. There was a lot of things that I noticed that he missed reads, missed throws. There was a wide open throw to Keenan Allen, missed that. It could have been an easy touchdown. Missed a read and could have had Austin Eckler for a walk-in touchdown. Hit him too late, but they ended up getting the touchdown the next play, so it didn't really hurt him there. But then you had the game-ending interception where just not making the best throw in that situation either. So just something doesn't look completely right with Justin Herbert. It's very hard for this Chargers team to manufacture wins. They are obviously very snake-bitten franchise, as we know, and with Brandon Staley electing to go this ultra aggressive route that we've seen, they leave points up on the board, and most of the time they end up getting burned for these bad decisions. So they're 2-3. They have the Chiefs next week, and with these Chiefs, that they own the Chargers. Ever since Patrick Mahomes became the Chiefs starter, the Chiefs have dominated this rivalry. It's been entirely one-sided despite the arrival of Justin Herbert. Yes, very talented, and I think offensively they have what it takes to compete with a team like the Chiefs, but for whatever reason they just can't put things together, and they always get destroyed by Travis Kelce. Yes, Travis Kelce beats up a lot of teams, but it just looks exacerbated to a different level against the Chiefs defense. They have all these names: Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, who returned today. We've seen Derwin James, Asante Samuel Jr., countless names, but not a lot of results. And this is again on Brandon Staley, his defensive product, not getting key stops. And this reflected in the game as well when you had a chance to pursue Dak and he was able to wriggle free from countless pass rushers, lofted the ball to Tony Pollard, and if you make the tackle, you give up a 1st down, okay. But missed tackle led to this big gain down this middle of the field, and that basically set up a red zone opportunity. They went up 17-10, and you also got Brandon Cooks back into the offense, who has been sort of an afterthought for the first 6 weeks, but finally getting involved. And I think that's something that's going to continue to progress as we see this season with the Dallas offense. Brandon Cooks is the burner to take the top off a defense type of guy, and we'll see more of that probably later on this season. He got featured on a jet sweep, so he's going to get more touches as the season wears on. But for Dallas, I think this is a great win for them. They get some confidence back, some mojo, and they come to play the LA Rams at home next week. I think that's a very winnable matchup before their season sort of takes on its more tougher part of its schedule. But for Dallas, looking good. Chargers, again, not being the same consistent team that we expect them to be, and underperforming per usual.